everybody, welcome to Excel video 373. I'm Nate Moore. I spent some time on site at a client last week who'd never really been able to see their referring physicians the way they wanted to and the way they needed to. They were specialists and they didn't have a good feel for who was sending patients and how long it had been since the major referring physicians had sent a new patient. We got some custom data out. We were able to give them a report and tell them exactly how long it's been and which referring physicians needed to be reminded about the practice, all that good stuff. When you're ready to get a real handle on your data and your referring physicians, I'd love to help you. We're playing with Flash Fill again in Excel 2013. Remember last time we started with this and we were able to pull Luke and Arthur and Ivan without having to write complicated formulas? We're going to play with several different options here, several different ways to use Flash Fill. Here are some dates, and let's say, I could write a formula to get the day out of this range of dates, or I could do this. I could do 17. And watch what happens if I do them back to back. If I do 17 and then start typing 27, Excel says, oh, is that what you want? And you hit enter, and there are the days all pulled out for you without having to write a formula or without having to do anything fancy. Notice the trick was that I did it back to back sequentially. I didn't, type the 17, then go someplace else, then come back and do the 27. I did it 2 in a row. Let's do another one. These little bars are representing they're, for some reason, splitting my data, the way they dumped out of my PM system or whatever. I need that 580 that's between those two bars. So I'm going to type 580. And go down to the next one and say, you know what, I want 600. And all I had to do was type the 6, and away it went. Now, notice that if I come over here and type 580, and then I start typing 6, 1, 1, 7, 8, nothing's happening. I've got to be right next to the data for Excel to go look for that pattern with Flash Fill. The other thing you could do is you say, well, hey, Nate, I want that 580, and then I wanted the 22 as well. If I come over here and start doing the 22, Excel is going to say, well, now, wait a minute, I don't see the 22 or the 12 next door, so I don't know what to do. So what I could do is I could get the 580 first, then I could come over here, insert, put the 22 there, and then when I start doing 1, 2, and 52, say, hey, well, it's not working. So what I can do is I can go to the 52 and come back to Data and Flash Fill, and it will find it for me. If for whatever reason your pattern gets confused or, because I went through and added another column, Excel got a little bit confused, all I had to do was give it a pattern, come up here to the Data tab, Flash Fill, and away we go. Then I could always, move the columns around or sort them or do whatever I needed to do, but it's easy to pull the data out that way. You can pull a last name, like this. And again, if I hit enter here, I'm good to go and it will do all of it. But let's just say I want to do something a little bit more complicated. Let's take these. Let's say these 9-digit numbers are socials. What you can do is over here we were pulling pieces out of the data, pieces out of the data, pieces out of the month out, or what's between the two bars out or whatever. What I can do is I can use Flash Fill to format data as well. Let me show you what I mean. 776-72-2470 is the social. It happened to come out as a 9-digit number out of my PM system, but what I need it to do is come out with the dashes. Look at that, 1, 3, and there's my dashes. You want phone numbers? 335 space 664-7779. And again, if I go any place else, if I don't do this back to back, I'm in trouble. But if I do it back to back, whoops, 802. There we go. There's phone numbers. One last one for our example. Let's say these are CPT codes or zip codes, and I need to have a 0 in front. If I just type a 0 here like 024556, Excel is going to get rid of that leading 0. But if I put a single quote, an apostrophe there, 02456, that works. And if I do that apostrophe, now I've got the 0 there for a CPT code or a zip code or something like that. Incredibly easy ways to do Flash Fill. For the most part, if you do it back to back, you're good. If you get tricky like we did over here, Flash Fill works. Control-E is the other shortcut that can get you what you need to do in Flash Fill. Clever new thing in Excel 2013, save you a bunch of time. Hope that was helpful for you. I've got more Excel 2013 tricks next time. Thanks for watching.